Sounds good.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Troutman with IAPL, accompanied by Liability. Um, and we are just getting started here. We're trying to fill out these teams so we have enough on either team. And then after that, we will be starting. So just give us a few minutes.
It looks like the last couple people are filing in here. Just one more for each team.
Red team is good.
Blue team needs one more skater, a defenseman. Because Mupp replaced Gary, but Brooke is also not currently showed up. Oh yeah, Cone.
Yep, get
Cone, if
Snowcone in.
you're in the audience here, if you're popping in for blue team on defense.
There's Snowcone.
There's Snowcone. I saw him. Perfect, and there he is.
Do you have
All right.
chat opacity on? Can you
I have it up, yeah.
Can you message the team captains there that we prefer they watch on Discord instead of in the server just to cut down on any lag? And Fuzzv should be here. Yep, there he is. I'm going to add him as a speaker or invite him to speak. All right. Hello, Fuzzv. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
All right, good. Just to let you know, we are live. And you are unmuted. So anything
Awesome.
you say will be broadcasted.
No problem at all.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and get started. So I will let them know. Or Liability, can you?
I have. Sorry.
Can you
Was that?
let them know that we're ready for them to start? And Fuzzv will be doing play-by-play commentary, and Liability will be doing color.
We got some interesting teams to start off this first game.
We definitely do. Not exactly what we were planning, but this is the kind of the flagship series here. The higher end talent here. The kind of the first couple rounds level of players with like Ovechkin, Mop, Kicks, DeQueffin, Solve. Some really good players, and interesting to see what they can do against each other here.
Okay, we were just waiting for them to choose to start.
Yeah, we're at 4 out of 9, and vote just failed.
I'll fix that.
All right, perfect. And
We are off. Ovechkin takes the puck down to the red end, takes first shot, and scores.
crazy off the bat goal. I mean, that's a skill level we have in this lobby. Is anything like that can happen?
Yeah. I don't think Elite was ready for that at all. I mean, just got in here and shot right off the bat within first few seconds of the game. Yeah, and the
The
blue
Griffin in the
end
chat
now.
saying he wasn't ready.
Yeah, I believe it. All right, Mup down. Blue end down to the red. Takes a shot far end into the net.
A second shot and a second goal. What a performance so far from Blue. Taking every opportunity and just turning it into goals on lead.
Indeed. Ovechkin wins another face-off, tied up. Blue line. Mup takes it around. Gueffin and Mup. Mup takes a quick shot, missed. Cave takes pass over to the other side where Mup is down in the field, and I think Red's going to take it down the other side. Red neutral zone taken away by Ovechkin. Ovechkin skates to the middle, takes a shot, blocked out, and saved by Leet. Red trying to take it through the neutral zone. Sav with a take down the blue line into the blue zone, looking for a pass, blocked out by Ovechkin. Still got the puck, takes a shot to the middle to Squeffin, but just couldn't connect. Ovechkin down the neutral zone where he's going to be beat out by Squeffin. But blocked out. Ovechkin gets a low angle shot off, misses. Snow cone retrieves, takes a shot, misses. Oh,
Another close
low
shot.
angle shot by Ovechkin. Almost in. Pretty much
And
kissed that top bar and out.
you cannot give Ovechkin that much that space. He will use it and he will find a angle.
For sure. They're going to have to find a way to play defense against Ovechkin here. Back into the neutral zone where X will take it. Passes over, but it's intercepted by Snowcone. Ovechkin comes in. He's going to pass to the middle where it doesn't reach another blue man. Taken by Sovin in the neutral zone here. Slapped away by Ovechkin. Or Red will try and pick it up again. King with the puck. Intercepted by Ovechkin. Ovechkin takes it into the red zone. He is blocked out by Stukwaffen. Cave with a open opportunity, tries to pass to the middle where it doesn't connect. Sov throws it in the middle. Sov takes a shot. It's ringed around to the other side. Sov will connect with it. Lost the 50 with Mup. Mup takes in neutral zone, passes to Ovechkin. Ovechkin all alone with X. Takes a shot, hits the bar away from Leet. Passes back Snowcone, just went a little high. Sov passes out to the neutral zone where it doesn't reach another man. It's intercepted by Cave on the defense. Cave looking for a pass. He's going to shoot it far into the neutral zone where it's intercepted by X. X down the zone. Takes a shot, top bar and out to the left. Taken out by Mup. Trying to intercept it by King, but King misses. Sav intercepts. Tries to pass it out where it passes to Blumen into the neutral zone where Cave will pick it up.
A lot of long passes have been attempted so far. It's
Yeah,
been a very pass-heavy game.
for sure. I know definitely a lot of these teams and myself are looking for passing players. And if they just go from zone to zone with these, I don't think that'd look good for being drafted on a team. So pass heavy plays and great teamwork would be definitely the strategy to go here in the combines. Snow cone in his own zone, take it out. Pass it over to Mupp. Goes a little further than Mupp wanted it to. And it's taken out back into the blue zone.
Last few seconds here. I think that'll be the end of it.
Yep.
A good period by blue for sure, and red definitely improved in the later half of that first period. Very defensively lacking for the first half of that, but they kind of shored it up a bit and started to figure it out, get some shots on net. But it's definitely a blue-sided game so far.
For sure. Those first 2 goals were just kind of unexpected. Was it 2 shots, 2 goals?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
now
insane
we're up to
start.
6.
It's in a neutral zone. Blue's going to take it down. Mupp looking for a pass. A little behind Sov. Try to connect with Snowcone. Around the back end of the red goal. Stequefin will try and take it out. Blocked out by Ovechkin. Toss up right in top of the crease of red. Ovechkin going to pass it out for a drop. Shot back
Oh, what a
in.
save.
Yeah, even though Leet's not in the draft here, he's putting on a show like he's looking for a team. He's had to deal with some very high shots from the blue line.
Yeah, after those first 2, it's been some good save after good save by Elite here.
For
Kick's
sure.
not having to face too much so far, so we'll see how tested he gets with this game.
I know he's had a little off time since the last season, so I mean he kind of probably didn't have his legs warm yet, but I think he was at the right place at the right time to be able to sub in for goalie here in the combines.
Definitely.
Blue definitely holding on to the attacking zone here. Vetchkin passes back to Snowcone. Snowcone back end passes out. It's met with Cave past the blue line. Cave will try and take it in, but it's blocked out by red. Still in. Pass to the middle where Ovechkin's at the top of the crease, but he's blocked out by defenders. Ovechkin tries to ring it around and tries to sneak it behind Leet, but just Leet is able to hug that post and hold him out from wraparound. He's going to try and go for another.
Ovechkin loves those corners.
He sure does. Wow. Just an impressive performance by Leet here. I mean, he's had to play most of this game on top of his head, back-to-back shots against him.
Yeah, the red defense, not exactly sure what it's doing. Unable to get the puck out of the defensive zone here.
Now they get a chance. Back around the blue goal. Mupp takes it, rings around the Cave. Cave will shoot it deep into the neutral zone where it's intercepted by X. X will pass it to Stequefin, which is still in the blue zone. Intercepted by Ovechkin. Looking at these teams, I could really see where it's both teams are offensive heavy, and it could teeter totter each and which way. I mean, we're pretty much halfway through this game, so it could drastically change in a second here.
Yeah, red team's offense is definitely not to be underrated. Stequefin, Sov, 2 great forwards, and Storm as well. X, all a very capable forwards, as we might be about to see there. As they are keeping on the pressure now on the blue team. Blue team so far has been unable to get it out. The curse, as I say it both times, it switches sides.
Yeah, this is just. I mean, blue's been able to hold more attacking time than red, but I mean, it's going flip flop. We're seeing shots on each net within 30 seconds of each other. So I mean, this game could go any which way.
The blue definitely doing a bit of a better job keeping those shots off the net and keeping the plays to a minimum for red, but there's definitely getting through.
A long pass. Cave intercepts it. He's all alone. He's going to take a quick shot. Goes out wide right of Leet. Right as one shot is taken, another shot's going to be taken on the other net. Long pass to Sov. Sov takes a shot. Hits most of the body of Kicks, but goes in.
The backhand that trickles in. A hard one to save when it just kind of hits your body, or sorry, I think it hit off his stick there and went
His
down into the
stick.
net. That's unfortunate, and a hard one to prevent, other than just getting a little bit lower of a stick. But
What
those
I've
ones suck as
realized
a goalie.
Yeah, what I've realized when I play goalie, which I'm never the best, but it's always trying to figure out where you want to put your stick and make sure it's not in the way of how you want to block that out. And I think that was just bad placement at that moment in time. A hard shot
Yeah,
block there.
and Saul proving why it's not going to be as easy as Blue may have thought it would have been after those first two goals, as it's now a 1 goal difference, and that can close up any time.
For sure. We got just under 5 minutes of period 3 to go, and we got a 1 goal game difference here. Going back to back, zone to zone here. Long pass to Mupp where it's intercepted by Sov, taking around his own net. Taking a long pass through the neutral zone to Stequefin where it's blocked out by Ovechkin. Intercepted back by Sov. Beats out 2 defenders here. We can't beat the third. Mupp. An odd man rush here. Mupp. Snowcone. Mupp takes a long shot pass. Tries to take it up the side where it just hits the top of the net and back. Red handles it. Pass over through the blue line where it's kind of caught up. Pass back in to the blue zone. Red's got it. Tries to pass it out to the top of the crease where it doesn't connect. Sov retrieves it. He has time. Beats out 1 defender. Tries to beat out a second, or it's batted out. Ovechkin takes the puck. Or it's a big scramble there to gather the puck. Mupp tries to pass it over to Ovechkin.
Ooh, we got ourselves a
Blocked
breakaway.
back out. Yep.
Oh, not quite. His kicks got to it first.
This is for sure the game of breakaways. We're seeing plenty of odd man rushes, and what I'd like to see is how the defense is going to react to it. Do they go for the man or do they go for the open pass?
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of pressuring the puck so far from the defense of both teams really here. Blue focusing more on having some people in the slot and some people pressuring, whereas Red is just kind of getting their man-on-man and high pressure defense. But so far, it's been Blue's defense that has been working a little bit better here.
Yeah. As we were talking, there was 2 odd man rushes that almost succeeded, but both goaltenders here holding on to their own and giving their team a fighting chance in the last few seconds of this game. We got 2-on-0. X and Stequefin. Stequefin's going to take it up. He's going to take a short pass where it's intercepted by Kicks. Mid pass. Blue's got the puck, but then intercepted at the blue line by Sov. Sov will try and keep it in, but it's batted out by Snowcone. Cave, 1-on-1. Never mind. He's all alone. He's going to try and take a shot. And
Yeah,
it gets
awkward play
past
by
Lee.
the Mr. Circling there. Seemed like he was kind of caught backwards and didn't really know what to do. And Cave just kind of had a bunch of extra time and space that I don't think even he was expecting there to get a shot on Leet.
Yeah. Trickiest thing about being a defender is when to skate backwards or when to skate forwards, and it's just really hard to judge it until last second. By that time, you got no chance to flip around, so you just got to work with what you got. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Vetchkin dribbles it around Leet, where I think Leet bit a little too early, and it goes out wide right. No,
Yeah, Lee
that
was just
was
a
a
little bit
great
slow
attempt.
on the slide there, and OV manages to slip it in just at the corner, putting this game at a 4-1 and probably out of reach for red, but not guaranteed. There is still a little over a minute left. I've seen crazier things.
I might have to get a one-on-one pep talk from Ovechkin because I don't know how he's doing it with 105 ping right now. I could barely do it with 75 to 80. So whatever
I
he's
can
got
barely play
in
with
his
30.
magic playbook, yeah, whatever he's got going, I need a little bit of that magic. It's impressive what he can do.
Absolutely. Sharky as well, and Imp, all good players that manage to play with really high ping.
Yeah. One challenge I
Very
have is playing in my West Coast servers is I get great ping, play one way, and then I come to these servers and I play a different way. So it's just a challenge of trying to find a happy medium between the two. Because 10
for
ping can
sure.
mean the difference.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 4-1 game as there's 7 seconds here. Solve dribbling it, just kind of taking the defensive zone. No time for another play there, as the final score was uh, 4-1. 2 goals by Ovechkin, 1 assist. 1 goal by Cave with 2 assists. My thing disappeared. Um, but yeah, great performance by both teams. And Blue ended up on top there with a couple early goals and then a couple late in the third goals to seal the deal.
That was a great first game to show off what everybody's got in the combines here from both teams, not just the winning team, but everybody gave it their all, and it definitely brings light to some players who we haven't seen play in the first season who are new to the league.
Absolutely. Snow Cone, I think, one of the highlight players with his kind of two-way play. He had some good defensive plays that took away chances, took away shots on goal, and a lot of positioning himself in the slot and getting ready for passes in the offensive zone, where it may have not turned into goals, but there was definitely chances from it. So Snow Cone, I think, is one player that wasn't initially on the lineup, but that kind of piqued my eye there.
Yeah, definitely coming from a manager of one of the expansion teams this upcoming season. Definitely looking at most of these players in a brand new light and trying to refresh my memory from what I understood in the first season. But they are some players who I'm going to regret not picking up, and being facing against them is going to be difficult.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't take everyone
Wish I could.
on a team, so you're gonna have to face some scary opponents. No doubt about
Right.
that.
One thing I've been talking a lot about Leet with is, and keeping in my own mind is, who do I want to pick? I got to be smart about that, but who do I want to face? It's going to be really hard to pick only three people in the first three rounds and
Yes,
almost decide everything with that, because whoever I don't pick, I have to face.
there's no bad choices, and that almost makes everything a bad choice because you don't want to face any of them.
Yep, that is going to be the
So
most difficult decision this upcoming draft.
I think we're got most of people in for game 2 here. Got Unger in net. We have Cave on defense once again, playing back to back. I don't know if Drawkin's going to be available to play on defense here. He was not available for goalie game 1, so we may need a sub for him for blue team. X, once again, same as with the back-to-back. X, aka Storm, aka Smitty, uh, for the blue team. And we have Sports Guy Cam on defense for the blue team. Red team, we have Donut in net, a pub legend, Donut. RD Gamer on defense, a primary goalie, but he was also signed up as a skater alternate position defense. So we had him join on defense, show off a little bit of those skater skills. We have Bragster on defense as well, a name I hadn't heard of yet, so I'll be interested to see how he does in this. And Sunless, another name I wasn't quite familiar with. So Red Team has some names that I'm going to be watching quite closely to see how they perform. And Blue Team has some known names that I'm curious to see how they fare against each other and against the new guys.
Yeah, a lot of new faces. No problem. That'll be an interesting pick. Hopefully, he doesn't steal the spotlight from some of the players that kind of need it in these combines.
I think we're pretty close to ready. I'm going to check with the teams here.
But on the other hand, Sharky being one of the prime top players in the league from season 1, it'll be interesting to see how the team he's on, how people will play around him or with him.
Yes, as well as him being a owner of the Little Gups, getting kind of a first-person view of how the team plays and being able to feel out what playing with and playing against certain players is like. So it looks like our game is underway now. I'll turn it back to you for the commentary.
Awesome. Well, I don't think Blue really got themselves set up at all because they are missing a center here. So they started that first half almost losing a shot right off the bat. We're going to get back into the neutral zone where Red will take it around. Sharky will try and pick it up. He'll try and slap it out, but misses a good chunk of that puck off his stick where it stays into the blue zone. Red fighting to keep it in the red blue zone here. They'll lose it. Sports Guy Cam passes it over to Cave in the neutral zone where X will meet up with them. He'll try and pass it over. X will try and take a shot where Bragster will block it out. And we just lost RD here. We'll get an icing. A restart on the right side of the red zone here. Blue still hasn't figured out a center here. They're running 2 wings and two defenders here.
It looks like
Sharky will
RD
try and
is
pass
back.
it out. Oh, that's good. Always good to have his face here.
Well, that
Blue will
spawn in
try and
almost
take it
actually
up.
managed to mess them up.
Yeah,
Almost
I
spawned
know.
right on top
He
of the
appeared
puck there.
right on top of the puck there, middle of the play. Sunless will try and take it around. He'll pass it around out to Bragster at the blue line. Bragster will toss back in. It's intercepted by Blue. Blue will take it out and will float down the neutral zone into the red zone. Sports Guy Cam. I'm just going to call him Sports Guy. That is a long tongue twister of a name to say.
It sure is.
RD will pass it out to Sunless. It's intercepted by Sharky. Sharky will toss it back out far to the left side to Cave. Over to X. X has a short angle pass or tries to sneak it behind Donut, but Donut doesn't allow it. think we've seen that was the first shot of the game, and we're 2 minutes in.
Very different game than the last one, that's for sure.
Yeah, these will not be the same game. We'll see which team comes out top first. We're going to get an icing for red. I don't know what that call was. I swear red was on top of that, but
The no-touch
yeah,
icing is a bit weird, and it tends to like phantom call. Most of the time, if it does pop up that it could be icing, it will end up calling icing either way. A little bit of a bug, it seems, in the mod there, because yeah, it has a weird no-touch icing, uh, whereas a touch icing would probably solve that, where you have to touch the puck first.
it called another icing on red, but I've noticed it's a couple of 50-50s that end up in a far pinch where the puck just goes flying every which way and unfortunately becomes an icing. Tried to keep out by red team here. Passed over where it's intercepted by X. X tries to take a one-timer on it. Doesn't get much of that on his stick. Another icing for red where we're going to head back to the red zone for another face-off.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are more used to like dumping it in deep and collecting it, but that doesn't work here in IAPL because we do have the icing. So some of these players are going to have to get used to that and adjust their playstyle to fit the rule set here.
Correct. Yeah, it's going to be difficult time. I've even noticed it when I'm playing in pugs. I forget about the icing rule, and my kind of go-to strategy is send it up the boards, and hopefully my team is there first. And I've kind of had to change my play style here, and along with a lot of other players, where you need to keep the icing rule in mind. X now with the puck, he's got a defender. He takes a shot too high and a little wide. Cave tries to pass it in to the top of the crease where it's intercepted. Sharky takes it into the zone. Couple of 50-50s that miss the puck where Ovechkin takes the puck, takes a shot, has the defender out in front that blocks it. Coming to the last few seconds in this game, red will keep it in the blue zone where they have a top shot from the top of the crease. Sunless takes a shot and it goes past Ottinger.
I think that was top corner too. Hard one to save. Oh no, it was a mid on the side there.
Tricky read though. He came flying out from behind the net there, and he wasn't able to get behind it. Donut with a stick save in front of him, almost like he's tempting blue. Passes it out where Bragster will try and keep it up the same side. Into the neutral zone, Sunless will go. Has one defender to beat, but he cannot beat the buzzer.
One thing you can't beat is time, unfortunately. As much as some of us wish we had more time to get shots on goals, oftentimes that buzzer gets just before you get that shot off.
That is for sure. There are countless times where I've seen plays that could have happened, but the buzzer beats them. So we come into the second period. Blue will keep it in the red zone where they'll try and take it. Weird 50-50 that goes towards Donut, but he easily bats it out of his way. Sunless has it in neutral zone where he's got Sports Guy cam. Sports Guy bats it back, but RD takes it. RD tries to take a shot, but it has too many defenders out in front of it where it goes a little wide. He'll head back where Donut will retrieve it. He's going to have to beat the defender here. Pass it out to the neutral zone where he tries to get to Ovechkin. 50-50 that bounces off the wall. Ovechkin will keep it. He'll try and pass it to the crease, but a little low. Pass out to Bragster on the back left side here. Sunless to Bragster. Bragster will try and keep it in. He tries to beat out these defenders, loses it a little bit, but Ovechkin takes handle of the puck. Back into the red zone here. RD will keep it from red or from blue getting another shot off. Red on a 2-on-1 here. They try and take a shot, but it's too close to Ottinger, and he'll bat it away. Cave rings it around the same side to Sharky. Sharky will pass it over to X, where it's intercepted by Bragster. Sunless will try and pass it over to the blue zone. RD with the puck. Still in the red zone here. Ovechkin trying to pass it over back to RD. RD back to Ovechkin. Ovechkin will try and look for a pass here. Sunless is top of the crease, and he tries to. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. Sunless tries to take a shot, goes back to RD, and RD takes a shot where it goes in.
Yeah, all the traffic kind of Onger probably lost track of the puck there and see that it kind of wiggled its way towards him as RD had a very covered shot, but it managed to wiggle its way through everyone's feet and including Onger's. Unfortunate one for him, but gotta keep the eye on the puck.
For sure, there's sometimes the high crease scrambles where you just can't see anything, and it's half luck and half skill, or a little bit of just kind of holding on to a vision of the puck, but sometimes it's just really difficult. So we got 2 minutes left in the second here. Long pass to Cave in the red zone all by himself. Takes a wide shot.
Ooh.
Right behind Donut. Donut, I think, got a bad handle on that, and it just
it looked like it banged off the
curved
back
around
of
him.
his stick there. Yeah, and goes towards his net. The original shot not going not going into the net really. It was a bit wide. A bit of a misplay there by Donut to swing for that, and it ended up biting him in the back there.
Probably wishes he can get that back, but I mean, he keeps the game in a closer contention here. Got 1 goal
Yeah, another
difference.
2-1 game.
7 minutes total left. RD tries to shoot it out, but it's blocked out by X. Sunless handling in his own zone. Or it's kept in by Sports Guy where 50-50, he loses it. Red down the neutral zone. Sunless has a defender on him. Cave wins the battle. Shoots it out. Doesn't connect with Sports Guy, but RD will handle it in his own zone. He'll pass it out towards the middle where it's intercepted by Cave. Cave will try and take a quick shot off, but it's blocked out. Dumped back in by Blue into the red zone here. Bragster will ring it around the back. X will intercept. Taken out by Bragster. Bragster has one defender to beat. Passes over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin will skate around the defender. Well, he'll take a backhand shot, but it rings off the post.
Yeah, those rings off the post, they haunt the ears of everyone who has ever shot on the net. I call it post-traumatic stress because if that ding just rings in your ears and you get flashbacks to all the shots you've just barely missed.
That is a great name for it because, I mean, I'm not even playing this game, and that gave me chills. Just hearing that ring of the post, it's almost haunting for any player. Kept in the red zone. Blue will try and take a few shots on net where they go wide and maybe one hit Donut. Ovechkin with a backhand pass to Sunless where Sunless tries to chip it back in more. Ovi tries to pass it over where it's intercepted by Cave in his own zone, and that'll be the end of the second.
Yeah, a lot similar to the first game and a lot different to the first game because similar score, similar kind of back and forth, but the goals seem a little bit less intentional, a little bit more lucky in this game. Not to say they definitely aren't deserved. I think we have a pretty similar shot total, but the skill difference is a little bit noticeable here with the intent and the precision on the shots.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the score is the same, but each team here is playing differently. Some players from the first game are in this game as well, but with a different players all around. I mean, it kind of changes things from what we were expecting. Blue will keep it in the red zone here, where Bragster will bring it around. Sharky will try and intercept, where he kind of loses the 50-50 against Ovi. It's stumped back in by Blue into the red zone. Cave will keep it in. Cave will try and pass it out wide to X, where it goes a little too in front of him for him to intercept. Sharky will try and take it in the red zone, where he's beat out by 2 defenders. Ovi will take a backhand saucer pass over to Sunless, where it just matches up perfectly, but he has too many defenders on him. Back behind the blue goal, where Sunless will meet Cave. Sunless rings around to Bragster. Bragster will dump it back into Sunless. Sunless will try and ring it around the other side, where it's intercepted by Sharky. Sharky takes a shot to the neutral zone. RD passes it. Intercepted by X. X will take a long shot from the back end of the blue line there and just goes a little high of the goal. Red will toss it out, where RD tries to beat the goalie, but the goalie wins. Ovechkin trying to shoot.
Yeah.
And I think Ottinger just didn't get back into place before, that shot came off.
Yeah, it was a bit of a misplay there. The turnover was he tried to clear it, ends up turning over and giving a 3-on-0, and doesn't get back in time, or maybe just doesn't notice that it's coming back towards him until it's a little too late there.
Hi, Trout. Oh,
Blue will keep it in the red zone here. I don't think we're live. Trout has to get back in here.
I can share my screen for now. Just for the people watching
Okay,
there.
I got it. Sweet. Awesome. Still in the blue zone here. Sharky will try and take it out, but he's beat out by Ovechkin. Ovechkin passes it over his blue line, where it's intercepted. Cave tries to beat out RD, where he gets hit by RD and loses the puck back into the blue zone here. Sports guy tries to pass over. A little too soft of a pass, but it's still kept into the red zone here. RD one-on-one here. Beats out Sharky, but just couldn't handle the puck at the end there. Sports guy back into the blue zone here, where Cave tries to take a shot, but it's body blocked by Sunless. Sunless will handle it around the back end. Over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin loses the puck, where he tries to beat out Cave. Cave on a one-on-one here. Ovechkin gets his stick around and slaps it out. Got 1 minute left in the third here. We got a 3-1 game. Red's probably just going to try and play defense here and keep it away from Blue to limit the amount of scoring attempts they can get here in the last few seconds.
You gotta be careful not to ice it though, because if they keep dumping it and again icing, that's a potential shot right at your net there. So they have to play a calculated game here by keeping it away, but not going over that red line.
We're gonna
Like
get
that
an
one there.
icing.
We'll see if we get an icing here.
Oh
We
no,
don't.
waved
I
off.
believe goalies aren't supposed to have it count as icing, but sometimes it does anyways. Looks like Trout
I
stream is
believe
back
the
still on
rule.
my stream.
Okay. All right, blue tries to take a shot where it's blocked out by the stick of Donut, and that will be the end of game 2 of the combines here. I am not exactly sure, but I think the offsides rule set is whenever the goalie steps out of the crease, it's instantly waved off, since they are technically playing it.
I see. I was not aware of
And
the that.
from what I've experienced in Ponce, because I believe it's the same offsides and icing rules as
Yeah.
Ponce, is the second the goalie steps out of the crease, it is initially waved off, unless the same uh, team defender gets there before the goalie can officially get out of the crease. It's not waved off. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I've experienced firsthand. But even if
Oh,
I think Ovechkin would have been the first guy there, anyways,
quite
but it'll
likely.
be
Yeah, he was
interesting. It'll be interesting to have that rule set in the next season. It will
definitely
change things minorly or drastically. We'll never know.
everything but offside. Well, no offsides and no high sticks. So two of the most common ones were not enabled for IAPL, but icing is definitely something that can catch you if you're not thinking about it and force you into a bit of a uncomfortable situation, having it that close to your net. Especially with in this league in the draft here, defensemen are a little bit harder to come by, as they are the least populated pool of draftees compared to even goalies, which have slightly more people. So getting some good defense, especially with the icing rule that can force it right in front of your net, pretty much, may impact the decisions some teams make, prioritizing defense a little bit higher than they normally would, just due to the fact that there is that icing and that there is a bit of a rarity for defense these days in this current draft pool.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the first 3 rounds are going to go, because looking at what the teams already have with their manager and captain, and what those teams will need to be able to at least have good picks to start out with, I think even though defense is in rare demand and very scarce in this league for season 2, I believe a lot of forwards it's gonna be mostly forwards, maybe one defenseman in the first, and a lot of forwards
Absolutely.
in the second, and maybe 1 or 2 in the second as well. And then we'll probably see round 3 might be the round of the defenseman.
That's why I think all of the mock drafts had it pretty similar, that the first round is gonna be like at least 95% offense. Maybe 1 or 2, either a defenseman or maybe a goalie, but realistically it's gonna be almost all forwards, if not all forwards, even with the captain picks at the end of the first for the 9th and 10th overall pick, still probably going to be forwards. Second round, we start to see players like Rhyme, who is a really good defenseman, Kicks, who's a very good goalie. We saw in that first game start to come into play, and we probably don't see too much defense other than Rhyme. Uh, maybe a pickup of Pergy, maybe a pickup of the Jelly Bomb, but realistically, still mostly forwards. And Jelly Bomb is a bit on the edge there, as he is kind of that two-way player, realistically kind of more of an offensive defenseman forward player, focusing more on offense than he is defense. Um, so I think we'll see a lot of offense picked, but the uh, the defense will definitely be quite active, I think, in the third round. Late
Yeah,
second, early third, I think is going to be a big streak for a defenseman.
for sure. And I mean, never underestimate the defenseman. As you and I know, I've seen you multiple times in pugs. mean, sometimes the deciding factor if the other team scores kind of relies down in our hands, and so picking the right defenseman for your team is crucial to prevent odd man rushes and scoring for the other team, and hopefully giving your team a chance to score more over the other team by
Absolutely,
the
just
end of
taking
that
away those
third
chances.
buzzer.
And it looks like the this third game is now underway. I will turn it to you for play-by-play.
Awesome. All right, so we got red trying to keep it in the blue zone here where it's blocked out. We got Bragster and net for red and Douglas and net for blue. Quapple will try and dribble around Ovechkin where he meets face to face with Ovechkin and loses the puck. Blue will keep it in the red zone here. A shot attempt. Ovechkin. I don't know if that hit the goalie at all, but I heard post, so that was just out by a post. It's thickness.
The ding of pain.
As we got Mupp on the other side, he tries to take a backhand shot on Doug where he loses handle of the puck here. Sports guy cam behind the net of blue. Passes around where it's intercepted by Sunless. Sunless will take it out through the neutral zone. Ovechkin will keep it. Tries to take a shot off. Goes out wide. I think that hit Bragster. And that will count as a save for Bragster. Back into the blue zone where Ovechkin will handle it behind his net. Tries to send it out. It is sent out. It's a 1-on-2. Sunless Cave. Sportsman with the defensive takeaway. Ovechkin will keep it in the blue zone. He'll take a shot. Rings off the top bar. Almost in if
Out. And then the
and
craziest shot through 5-hole right after
wow.
that. That bar out deserved a goal. Breakster careful enough to not put in his own net, but then a long shot from Ottinger. I didn't see if it bounced off someone, but went straight through Breakster's 5-hole. Almost revenge for that bar down and out.
And we'll keep saying, I mean, you just don't expect anything. You can't really predict anything with these games. It can be any team's game or any player's game, in fact. Ovechkin over to Sunless, where Sunless tries to take a shot, but it's blocked out wide. RD will take it through the neutral zone here. He's got Quapple on his left, tries to toss it out to Quapple, where Cave will intercept it on the defensive end here. Mupp will intercept where he'll take a long saucer pass, almost maybe even a shot. It goes over Douglas and net. Ardich will try to take a swing back pass, blocked out in front where it will easily glide to Douglas. Douglas will make a save here. Cave seems to be everywhere on the ice right now. He's playing defense and offense, carrying it from zone to zone here. Mupp
Yeah, I did
take it
notice in
through his
that
own
first
zone
game,
here.
Cave played defense, but in that second game, he was actually playing as a center. So I wonder if
Right.
he's trying to show off a little bit of his two-way game in these combines here.
Some players here have definitely impressed me that I wouldn't have looked at before making my list before the combines here. Is what the combines are for, seeing the level of skill of every player that's eligible for the draft here. And
Absolutely.
for sure, a few teams are going to be changing up their round picks and for different players that they wouldn't have thought about. Quapple will try and take a shot where it goes out wide left of Douglas here. RD will go back to retrieve it where he's got Sunless right behind him. Back dump pass. I think this might be an offsides. Never mind.
Appears to not be.
Maybe that might have hit Sunless in front there. Waved it off. Long dragging pass. Quapp will take it in behind the net. He'll try and pass it out. Where a shot was taken by Mupp, but just too many defenders out in front. Sports guy cam to RD. RD will pass it around to the other side where it'll connect with Mupp. Intercepted by Ovechkin, where that will end the first. Really not sure how to just predict anything with these games. I mean, it's a game for anyone.
Yeah, this game has been a little bit lower shots, a lot more defense focused on this game, a lot of preventing shots, more similar to that first game, kind of later into it, where there's a lot of defense, a lot of preventing shots, a lot of blocking, and although there were opportunities, a lot of them didn't end up on the scoreboard just because they were intercepted or blocked or otherwise prevented.
For sure. We got some defense heavy players here looking to hold on to not allowing the other team to score, but then also trying to gain one more point up against their opponents here. Mupp will try and take it in. Goes out wide to Douglas. Ovechkin will take it. Looks like it's going to be a 1-on-3. Sports guy cam on the defense. Shot taken out, blocked by Bragster. Red will recover it. Or they might have the odd man rush here. Quapple and RD. RD will go to the other side of the crease, but it's backhandled to Mupp. Mupp will try and ring it around. Intercepted by blue player. Back into the neutral zone where red will reset. RD will pass it down where this might become an icing. It is waved off. Cave will take it. Cave will try and pass it over Ovechkin where it's blocked by Quapple. Sports guy Sports guy will take it through the neutral zone where that will be an icing. We'll restart in the red zone here. Quick shot off by Cave where it's blocked out by a red defender. Be taken back into the blue zone here. Blue reset. Take a long pass where I think this might be a close race for an icing where it's waved off.
There was
Cave
no
got there
icing
first.
pop up, so I think it must have hit off of one of the red players or something.
I'm watching on my own view now, and I saw it quickly pop up for a second, but I think Cave just got enough speed to beat him there. It's really hard to tell when it's going to be an icing or not. RD will try and keep it out of his zone where it's intercepted by Cave. Cave will dump it back in. Sports guy Cam behind his own net to Quapple in the neutral zone. RD ahead of him. He'll pass it down. Douglas will block it out. RD still got the puck on the wall. He'll try and pass it over to the crease where it's intercepted. And Ottinger will hit Sports Guy to the ground here. Leaving the two of them over into the blue zone where Sports Guy cam. Looked like he was going to go for the puck, but last second dived out. Cave all alone. Cave tries to take a shot where it's intercepted by Sports Guy. Cave, again, all alone. Passes it over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin takes a high shot.
A great 1-2 play there by Cave and Ovi. Cave just to chip it up, and Ovi sending it right into the netting, as Breakster is a little bit slow on the following that puck, and Ovi perfectly just punishes it. Great play by Blue there.
For sure. Great look by Cave and a great chip passed over to Ovechkin. He barely had to move his stick for that. Coming back, a shot taken on Douglas. Douglas will block it and then bat it out. Back into the neutral zone, into the red zone where Guapo will beat Sunless there. He'll pass it back out. It's intercepted by Blue. Ottinger trying to beat out Quapple, but he loses 50-50. Still kept in the blue zone or red zone here. Blue tries to take a shot where it's blocked out by defenders. Cave will take it around his own net. Looking for a pass. He'll saucer it over. Ovechkin will try and beat out Mupp, and he wins the 50-50 in the right direction. Ovechkin tries to take it around, takes a close shot on Bragster. Bragster will block it out. Over to Quapple. Quapple will take it in, but the buzzer beats him this time.
Yeah, so far, again, great play by both teams. Both having a lot of good defensive plays. A lot less shots this game than both the other games. Not too many less, but there is definitely noticeable less. There's 9 shots total in this game, and yeah. So far, the first game to go into the third period with the team having no goals. We'll see if the blue team and Douglas can keep this up.
For sure. Pretty impressive feat by Douglas here, shutting him out. But I mean, we still got 4 minutes to play, so we'll let the players decide how they want to finish this game out. Into the red zone, Blue will take it. It's batted out by Red. It'll go into the neutral zone where Quapp will try and beat out Sunless. Sunless beats him there. Mupp tries to take a long shot. A lot of traffic out in front, but just couldn't connect into the net. Cave will retrieve it on the defense. Oh no, correction. He's on a breakaway. He takes a shot and it hits the top of the post. I got a little spun around there. I thought he was on the defense, but he was all alone.
You had me fooled. I could have sworn he was red at that point.
Cave will keep it into the red zone where he'll take it out to Ottinger. Ottinger will try and retrieve it, but loses puck, but he keeps it back in. Or Mupp will retrieve it in his own end. Beats out Sunless to a neutral zone saucer pass where it's intercepted again by Blue. Cave, all alone, takes a shot blocked out by Bragster. Behind the net. Cave will still keep it in. Cave looking for a pass, but he's got 2 defenders on him. Mupp looking for a pass. He'll sauce it over to RD, where RD's attempting to retrieve the pass. Didn't have much speed on it. Or Cave is over on the blue line of the red zone where he'll be all alone. He'll take a fast shot backhand that just goes over the top of the red net. Quapple's taking out his own zone into the neutral. He'll dribble around defenders. He'll take a shot where it's blocked by Doug. Sunless trying to look for a pass. I wasn't expecting Ovi to be on that other side, but Ovi takes a long shot, but it's blocked by Bragg. Red will take it out of their own zone where RD will be all by himself, one-on-one with the goalie. Takes a shot, but it's blocked by Doug.
Yeah, there was some contention as to whether Doug would show his season one play style where it didn't end up really working well for him, or this new kind of pug Doug play style that we've seen in pugs where he does a lot more tracking and a lot more aggressive with his stick, and it's been working out for him as we've seen in this game. Um, as I'm talking, Ovi cuts in and gets a goal on the far side of Regster to make this a 3-0 game.
I wasn't expecting another goal from Ovi, but I mean that's kind of what I've been surprised with in Pugs is his ability to just kind of cinch around the defense and even the goalie at times and sink in another point. Red will
Yeah,
handle it.
absolutely.
Red take a shot and goes out wide, as you were saying.
Ovechkin is a great lurker of a player where he'll just kind of appear places that you're not expecting him to be and just absolutely make that shot work. So you have to keep your eye on him as a goalie and as a defenseman, making sure he's not up to any devious positioning, trying to take advantage of you not noticing he exists.
You know, just like the real Ovi, he kind of just finds a way to lurk right where he needs to be, and he'll gain a pass or intercept a 50-50 and just take it and be able to get a shot off a net.
Absolutely. Ovi is definitely a very fitting name for him. His play style and just the way he shoots the puck into the
Net
net once
He gets a
again
hat
as I'm
trick.
talking. 1, 2, 3. That's
As
not enough for Heat.
for sure. As I was saying it, he loves the way that he finds a way to lurk around right in the right spot, and he finds the 50-50 that was just lost and just takes it all alone, beats out the goalie and scores. Got 9 seconds left. Ovechkin will take a shot, but it's blocked out by Mupp. And that will be the end of game 3 in the combines.
Great game once again. Great game by the defense and by Douglas to keep that a no-goal game, the shutout in the combines. And again, great offense by both Cave and Ovechkin to put a lot of pressure on their goalie and on their defense. And they found goal after goal, especially in that third period. The third period seems to be the place where most goals are happening in these combines. And Ovi being the main culprit of all of it so far. Um, Cave so far has outperformed my expectations, as well as Sports Guy Cam. There was pretty low expectations for him. Not a lot of people understood where he's set, and he ended up being pretty low in most mock drafts, including mine. But after seeing this game from him, I think he was in the last two here. He's shown some pretty good defensive plays, taking the puck off people, not letting shots go off, and some all right two-way play. Definitely can see some improvement coming from him throughout the season too, becoming a pretty solid player for sure.
Look like we're gonna take a few minutes until the next game here, as some players are
That is
going to be taking a quick bathroom break and such. But we will be back for more puck soon enough.
absolutely.
But
I
it
am actually
has
also
been
going to take a quick break. I will be right
okay,
back.
no problem. But it has been very interesting with these first 3 games. A lot of players in my secretive mock draft have been outperforming what I believed they would sit. I'm for sure going to spend some time later on changing where everybody sits. as we come close to the start of game 4, we're going to be looking at blue team kicks and goal. Forward are X and Stequefin. Defense, Cave and Anzor. And then on the red team, we got Draken, number 30, in goal. Ovechkin, again, forward. Gary, forward. RD, defense. And Sir King on defense as well.
I have returned.
Awesome. We're just kind of looking over the players for game 4 here, and we got Kicks and Draken and net. Kicks and blue, Draken on goal for red team here, and we got Ovechkin again in center, but Stequefin center. So we'll have to watch these face-offs and see how they go.
Yeah,
Two
two
great
legends.
players.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to see Draken was able to make it for this game, as I think he's going to be a pretty solid goalie prospect. But people just aren't really sure where he stands. But he is from PPHL, and he has quite a few hours. He has a little bit of a reputation preceding him, but not exactly enough for any owner to really be too sure of where he stands. So I think this is going to be a really important game for him to kind of set himself apart and show off what he can do against probably the top goalie prospect. I don't even know if I say probably the top goalie prospect Kicks, against great player like Stequefin, X, and Cave. He's definitely going to be put to the test here. So
For sure. I think we're just missing Anzor on blue for defense and Gary for red team here. So we'll see if they show up, and if not,
I
I think
believe Gary's
they're
getting
looking at
subbed out for
subs.
Corbin here. He is just trying to get into the server. So it looks like
All
we
right.
have Corbin in for red.
We'll for sure have to see how this game goes. This looks like quite a few players who I haven't seen yet, along with uh, new to this season, Draken. I have not seen him play at all against Kicks. We'll have to see how he contends against Kicks here, goaltending wise.
Absolutely. This is going to be another battle of the giants, uh, as we have pretty stacked teams here. Um, Hard to say anyone in this lineup isn't one of the top prospects right now. I know we have a sub who is a little bit unknown so far, unknown to me at least, Corbin. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs in this level of lineup here. But I mean, Ovechkin, which we've seen games 1, 2, 3. I don't even know what game we're on now, but probably 4.
Game 4.
He's
I had to double
shown,
check too.
yeah, he's shown goal after goal after goal. I think he's probably on like 8, 9 goals so far in the combines, in only 3 games. So crazy performance so far from Ovechkin, showing why he is one of the top prospects on forward. Um, and I believe Griffin has gotten a couple goals. He's played less games than Ovechkin, but and Cave has shown great two-way play, both getting a lot of offensive chances. The great pass to Ovechkin, the little chip pass. So good, some good game sense, and some good keeping his eye on the mini map there. That's going to go a long way with Stequefin, who is kind of similar to Ovechkin, where he can kind of get those pass shots and just make them into goals. Not like Ovechkin, though. He doesn't tend to lurk. He's a lot more of a you'll look you right in the eyes as he scores on you kind of player. Um, it looks like we might be getting underway here.
Yeah, that's the unproven thing about Ovi is you don't know if he's going to take a shot for the blue line or if he's going to wait until he can see the whites of your eyes to take a shot. He's had countless different types of shots here, and I think that's what I've been really loving to see in these combines is we get to see everything out of each and every player on passing and close and far shots, uh, saucer passes, defensive plays. We've just seen almost everything here. As we come to the start of the fourth game here, it really hasn't been one-sided just yet, but we will wait to see as red will intercept it, try and take it through the neutral zone. RD with it. Cave will intercept it. Cave will take it. Cave will pass it over to X. X all by himself, but Ottinger coming close on the defense. X will take a shot where it hits the outside of the net, but Cave will try and ring it around where it doesn't meet anyone. X around the other side here. He'll take it behind the net. He'll hold on to it, or it's intercepted by Mupp. Mupp will take it out. Then Korb will send it back in. Blue with it. Blue tries to take a shot, but it's contested. RD, the puck here. Passes it over in the defensive end to Ottinger. Ottinger pass out to Ovi. Ovi loses it in the neutral zone where a shot's taken. Draken with a wonderful save here. I think we might have another contender with two great goalies here in the combines. RD will
I
take a
think we're in
shot
for
that
a
goes
great
out
game.
wide for sure. I mean, that was just one save, but I am already seeing to see what kind of game Draken's bringing to the table here. Korb will take a shot. It goes out wide. Draken with that did not count as a shot. Cave with the puck here. Intercepted by Ovi. Ovi will try and beat out Korb. Out to Mupp. Mupp will try and beat the attacker there. Out to Cave. Cave will shoot it in where it goes high. Unpredictable shot. Almost looked like that was going to go in. Ovi will dribble it through the neutral zone where he's got two defenders beat. He'll take a shot. Kicks with a nice save. Ringed around to the other side where Mupp will take it. Mupp will keep it over where nobody is there to pick it up. Ovi to the other side where a little miscommunication, I guess, between RD and Mupp where it almost was taken out by Blue here. Freebie, high toss there in the middle, almost a shot on net. Ovi will keep it in for red. He'll try to take a shot, but it's blocked out. Look for the last minute here. It's been kind of a red attacking blue here game where blue finally gets a shot,
Yeah, Blues,
but it's
Reds had a
blocked out.
lot of pressure here, but only managed to get one shot on goal. So Blue doing a lot defensively to remove those options and to block those shots. Red allowing one to slip through there, but it's right back into the blue zone with more pressure.
X with a one-on-one with the goalie. He'll take a shot blocked out by Draken. Another shot where it's blocked before the goalie here. Ovi will take it around the other side. Ovi with time. He'll pass it over to the other side to Mupp. Mupp will try and beat the defender there, or he'll tie up the 50-50 and he'll stay in the blue zone here. Cave over to Corby. Corb will pass it back over to Squeffen. Cave will take it. He'll pass it over to X, where it's intercepted by Mupp. And we got a few A little bit of a tie up here. That'll be the end of the first.
And a little cheeky shot just after the buzzer ends up going in top corner on Draken. Doesn't count as a goal, but just after the buzzer, kind of a fun thing to see there. Draken looking pretty confident in net, which is great to see.
For sure. I think we've had first two games seem to be offensive heavy, and then it kind of became defense heavy. And now I think we're finally getting into the goalie heavy game here. I mean, both teams here have to beat out these goalies here. And I think Draken's starting to look like he might be a top contender pick here.
Absolutely. He might just be the second goalie picked, if not the first, depending on availability with him and Kicks.
Yeah.
Don't want to
It'll be
speak too soon.
interesting to
We've only seen a
see.
little bit, but
Be interesting to see which teams will pick up a goalie. There's a few teams that don't already have a goalie or an alt position player that plays goalie, and it'll be hard to tell because both Kicks and Draken here are new to the league, and we'll have to see what people think of these two players during the combines and who will go first. Both are putting on a show like they're playing for a championship in the league.
absolutely. There was like 4 or 5 shots there. I think only one of them counted, but Kicks saved back to back to back shots there. Not super high danger, but they were definitely dangerous nonetheless because these players, every shot is dangerous, and Kicks saved them all. So good play there by Kicks to keep them off the board.
Yeah, we're starting to get in once we're into these games later in the combines. We're starting to see players who we've already seen them before, and I mean both these teams have played against or with each other before, and we're starting to see some chemistry here between the players. As no one, it is not really a sided game here. Both teams are getting equal possession and interceptions here on both ends of the zone.
Yeah, this was originally looking a little favored towards red team. Red team having a lot of pressure, but now blue team here is with a lot of pressure. So well, it's pretty much who might get the first goal. That might be game by judging by how this is going so far. Halfway through the second, halfway through the game at this point, and it's 0-0, 5 shots total.
Yeah, I'm not really going to say much because I don't want to jinx it. I'm just going to let this play out and see. I really want to see how this ends. This is starting to look like a game where both teams have very equal chance of winning it. Blue will take it over into the red zone here. Kept in by X, where it's intercepted by Mupp. Mupp will try and win it, but X wins it back. He'll take a wide shot. Drakens with a nice body save, where it's knocked out by red over into the blue zone here. X will intercept it. He'll pass it out to Stequef, and Stequef will look to pass. He'll pass it long, but it's blocked out by Ovi. Back to Stequef and into the neutral zone, into the red zone. Passed over to X. X will take a one-timer, but it goes out a little wide. Ovi will intercept it behind his own net. He'll saucer it out where Kinky will take it. RD with the puck now through the neutral zone where he's met by 2 defenders and loses the puck. Cave will take it for a reset for blue here into the neutral zone where we're seeing some 50-50s that really are just kind of staying dead on the ice. Got blue trying to hold red off here, not allowing him to take any good shots off. Where we had a pretty close shot on net out wide. And it's taken out of the blue zone deep into the red zone here. Ottinger will pick it up. He'll have time to make his decision. He'll pass it over to Mupp, where it goes around Cave. Cave will intercept it. Around to Ovi. Ovi's got it. Ovi will take a backhand blind shot. It's blocked by Kicks. Ottinger with it. Loses it to X, and the buzzer will beat X to it. Looked like if there was going to be another few seconds, he might have had that.
This is a close game. We're at the end of second. It could still go either way. Shots are pretty close. Opportunities are pretty close. Still leaning slightly red with the opportunities, but that's it only takes one to score, and both are getting good opportunities. So we will have to see what this third period brings us.
For sure. 5 shots for red, 3 shots for blue, but I mean, don't underestimate that count. They've been all great shots here. And a lot of scary close calls for both these goalies here, where high traffic situations where it might be just the luck of the puck going out wide that saves it from going in here. Kind of a slow chug over to Draken, where Draken will send it out. Kicks will intercept it for a little tennis between the two goalies here. RD will intercept the saucer where he's all alone. Kicks just got back into position. RD will try and take it. RD will try and take a shot, but his stick got lifted a couple times by defenders here where he just couldn't get a good handle on the puck there. Blue down their own zone through the neutral. X will take a shot almost through the 5-hole Draken, where I believe it just got stuck, and lucky that it didn't go behind him. OV with the puck passes through defenders here. OV will take the puck, intercepted by Korb. Audi will try and hit it. Sequefin over to X. X all alone. He'll take a shot. It rings off the top of the post. RD will try and beat out Cave here on the far side. Cave will win it out. Take it around his own net. He'll pass it over to X. X all alone. Has time, has Kink behind him. He'll try and take a shot, but I think a little bit of a miscommunication between passing and shooting here. Blue team. I think it just goes out wide. RD all alone. Pass from Mupp. RD will win the 50-50 here. Hold on to the puck. Mupp will high pass over to the far side of the net where Ovi couldn't connect. Blue with it. They'll try and pass it out. Mupp will stick lift. He'll keep it. Intercepted by Sequefin. Blue having a hard time trying to get it out of their zone here. Red's really pressuring them. Got 2 minutes left in the third here. This could be anyone's game, still 0-0. Goes out wide where Kicks will come out to play it. He'll saucer it out. Might meet perfectly with X. X might have a shot here. He takes it. It just goes a little high of the net. He'll pass it back. He'll take a shot
great
over
1-2-3
to
play.
For
Sequefin,
sure.
Cave, and X with the 1-2-3 shots, and all of them saved by Draken. Draken once again showing that he is very comfortable in the crease. Sequefin and X both have a lot of possession. Whereas on the red team, it's really just Ovi with over a minute of possession there. But actually, Cave is also over a minute on the blue team. So possession-wise, the blue team is actually winning three of them over a minute. So it's pretty well spread out. Whereas red team seems to be a little bit more centralized in Ovi with possession-wise.
Yeah, we're seeing a game dominated by whoever can beat out the defenseman here. But I mean, even if you beat the defenseman, a one-on-one ain't gonna save you because these goalies came to play, really proving themselves, and this might change everybody's draft picks a little bit more. If you need a goalie, you better pick up these guys quick, because if you don't, you might regret not picking them up, and having to play against them might be your
absolutely.
downfall.
Even those teams that do have goalies in their starting roster, goalies in their staff, those might end up being backup goalies with how some of these goalies are looking. And Kicks and Jochen, both putting up crazy game-changing levels of goaltending in this game so far.
For sure. As we see, this game will go into overtime.
The first overtime of the combine so far, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh, did uh
no,
yeah,
this would be the
I think
first
that's the
one.
first one, yeah.
This would be the first one. They all kind of were decided by 2 goals. I think one was 1 goal difference, but this is the one where I was not expecting it to be nothing. These guys can shoot, but these goaltenders just hold them off to nothing.
Yeah, the defense has been pretty solid. A lot of shots on goal. It couldn't happen with these level of players, and I mean the goaltenders have been playing crazy good. Neither of them wants to be the one to let the first goal in, and they're almost having a little a match of their own, just of them to not allow a
Ovi,
single goal in, and to get pretty much the craziest save they can. Both of them trying to see who can save more back-to-back shots. I
right?
think their
Yeah.
record is currently at 3.
And Ovi was on a one-on-one with Kicks, and when that would normally go in with other goaltenders, Kicks easily saves that. As Blue tries to make a play here, and they'll go back to reset it. Stoquefin tries to pass over to X, but it's blocked out by a red player. Ovi all by himself. Pat drops it over to RD. RD will take it wide, where Kicks will come out to play it. Shoot it out. Drop pass from Stoquefin over to Cave. Cave will be knocked down, hit hard on the boards here. X will try and play it where the bounce goes towards Kicks. Kicks will daringly come out to play it, where he'll pass it all the way over in the red zone to X. X will ring it around over to Stoquefin and pass over to the center, where it's intercepted. Blue desperately trying to hold on to, or attacking pressure here, where it's lost and taken in the neutral zone, but they'll hold on to it in neutral, dump it back in, and it'll be an icing.
Yeah, this has got to be scary for Blue here. Icing is not what you want in overtime, as this now puts it right in their zone, right with Ovi in center.
Saved it from a quick shot off the start. But Muff will turn around and take a long shot from the blue, where it goes out wide. RD will try and set it up. Come back around. OV will try and set it up as well. Blocked by Kicks. Blue on the attacking zone here. Kinky tries to pass over to Stoquefin, but it's blocked. Stoquefin will go deep in to play it. Tries to look for a pass, but there's no blue players here just yet. Back into the blue zone, where it's intercepted by Blue. Passed out, where RD will intercept it in his own zone, where he'll then also dump it over into the blue zone here. Dumped out by Kicks. Kicks will get back into position, where RD will come down. RD will take a shot and goes past Kicks. impressive goaltending and impressive game by both teams here, but it
Absolutely.
just came down to one shot and one goal only to decide it all.
What a game from both teams, and both goalies really put in crazy effort there, showing an immense amount of skill and showing that they deserve to be the top goalie prospects of IAPL Season 2, and proving just how much value they can bring to a team, stopping some of the best players in our draft.
Been able to see a lot of players who I wouldn't have looked twice for, but we are seeing a lot of players who we have not seen but have drastically changed not only my view, but I for sure think a lot of other teams on who they're going to pick in the draft here.
Absolutely. These combines are showing their value as players are changing the entire script, the entire list of the mock drafts and all the teams list of players they want. Might as well throw the entire original plan out of the window because there's no way um, after watching these games that you don't change up some of your picks.
As that will end game 4. Only a 1-goal difference decide it all. Very close game for both teams here.
Yeah,
As we come to start the 5th game here.
the second shutout, the first one being the game prior to this. So now we have two shutouts in IAPL combines, and I mean that one was close. The other shutout
Yeah.
was a 2-0 game, a little bit more distant. Still possible to go either way, but a little bit more distance, a little bit more one-sided. This could have gone either way, and yeah, it was. I was actually not expecting Kicks to be the one to land the first goal, but Draken definitely proved me wrong and showed that I should not underestimate him in any way.
As we come to start game 5. What do you think? Do you think anyone will pick differently if a goalie might go in the second round here, Kicks or Draken, or maybe even both?
Kicks is definitely going in that second round. I think I've had him in the second round or even at the end of the first in every single mock draft that since he's joined. Um, I see uh, second round Kicks is definitely going. At this point, second round Draken might even go. Worst case scenario for these two is early third, but
Right.
there's no way these aren't the top two goalies picked. What order is up to up to the teams at this point, as they seem pretty comparable, and both great picks.
Well, Leet had to step in for Draken in the first game here, but Draken was supposed to be in there. But Draken plays defense in the 6th and final game of tonight, and we'll have to see if not only is he good in the crease, but if he's good at protecting that crease.
Absolutely.
We come to the start of game 5. We got RD in net for blue, and Donut is back for red. Forwards for blue, Stequefin and Sunless. Forwards for red, X and Mr. Sir King. Defense, we have Douglas and Sports Guy. And defense, for blue, we got Ottinger and Brookie. Now, we've seen all those names except Brookie. Brookie is in this game and this game only on defense, so we'll see. All right. Who we
believe
have stepping in? Bragster?
I believe it is Corbin filling in.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll definitely see almost a different game here where Ovi for the first game since he's been in every game up until now. We'll see how the teams will do without Ovechkin here. As we will have to see if this is anyone's game because most of the players who have been shooting and scoring are out this game. So we'll probably see a new spotlight shined on some players who kind of outshined by Ovi the last few games.
Absolutely. This is going to be a great eye-opening game for the little bit later rounds, the potentially mid rounds here. A lot of mixed skill and definitely some some outperforming expectation players, like I mentioned earlier, Sports Guy Cam having some solid defensive plays and showing some potential promise as a two-way player as well. It's interesting to see if anyone else can show that kind of gameplay to catch some eyes.
For sure. As we get started in game 5 here, we had Korb and Stequefin with the face-off that goes towards the red zone here. Douglas on the defensive end, he'll saucer it over. Korb will try and beat Ottinger here, where he gets a chip off, but RD just smacks it down and away. Goes out to Doug, where Doug will try and take it, but it's taken by Stequefin all alone here. He'll take a shot, goes out wide of Donut here. Over to Douglas, where he tries to beat out Stequefin. Stequefin will take it. Doug is down over by the puck here. Sports Guy tries to pass it over. Not intercepted. Intercepted by Stequefin, where he'll try and beat out the defense here. Tries to beat out Doug, where he's met by two more defenders. Stequefin around the back end of Red's net here. Bragster with a quick choppy shot. Where Red will take it, where they're all alone here. A little miscommunication, was kind of getting a little too claustrophobic there, and no one was sure who was going to take the shot. Sports Guy bounce it off the wall, where he'll try and beat the defense to his pass, or then it's passed out to X. X will lose it here. Stequefin will take it. Little poke check by X to keep it in blue zone. Give a scoring opportunity for Red, where he'll take a quick backhand shot on RD. RD will save it. Bragster around his own net. He'll ring it around, where it'll be picked up by Sunless, but he's got Doug on quickly coming up. Doug will take it over to Korb. Korb is all by himself here. Korb will try and take a shot, but it's poked out by RD. Stequefin will try and handle it in the red zone here, or then he'll bring it around. Blue line here over to Sunless. Sunless will take it around the back end, where he's met by Doug. 50-50 here. Doug will win it, take it out of his own zone. Or Blue is desperately trying to push it back into the red zone here. Little saucer pass. RD with a quick save and knocked out to the red zone. Douglas will try and play it, where he gets a little mishandle on it. Stequefin will back pass it to Bragster. Bragster will dump it back in deep behind the net to Stequefin. Stequefin trying to beat out defenders here, is looking for a pass. He might try and Michigan it, but he's intercepted. Bragster back to retrieve it. He's looking for a pass, but it's intercepted by Sports Guy here. Sunless. Take it. He'll try and beat out X here. Ottinger tries to take a quick shot, but it's blocked out. Sunless has it. Sunless takes a shot. Donut with a quick save. Red taking it up. X with the puck dribbles it around. A little bad out and just wasn't perfectly timed for Red there. Sequefin will toss it up to Sunless. Sunless will take a quick shot, or I think Donut gets a big chunk of that, but it hits a top bar and in.
Yeah, it looks like it hits off of his pad there, I believe, and bounces up, hits the post and in. Great shot by
I'd been
Sunless there
stick,
to
too.
catch Donut on that far side.
Did get a big chunk of it, but not enough, and it just sneaks its way in to the top bar and in. Or it's played into the red zone here. Sequefin take it around the net here. He'll try and sneak it over through the same side, but it's the net. Slows down here. Blue will keep it in. Sports Guy will ring it around. Corb will try and be there for it. Or then we have X. He's got one defender to beat, but Ottinger slaps it away. Sunless looking for a pass here. Just a little too far forward on the stick of Sequefin. They'll keep it in the red zone here. Sequefin
5 seconds
almost
left here.
had that. Right. And that will be the end of period 1 here.
Yeah, some good
Interesting
chances for
game
both
so far.
teams. Both teams having some good chances there in that first round. RD coming out on top as he manages to keep the red team off the board for that first period at least. We'll have to see what the second period and third periods bring. But this is only a 1-goal game. This is can still go either way here.
For sure. 2 shots to 2 there in the first period, and we got a quick shot off here for blue team. As blue will try and keep in the red zone here. Squeffin will try and get as close to the goal as possible, but he just gets beat out by 2 defenders that were on him. Sunless will retrieve it, keep it in the red zone here, keeping the attacking pressure on. Squeffin around the other side. He'll pass it over to the top of the crease where Ottinger will take a quick shot, but Donut gets a good chunk of that and takes it out. Sequeffin with another centering pass, but Sunless got tied up with a defender and just couldn't beat him there. Blue really holding attacking pressure here. First time in a while that the puck has been in the blue defensive zone here, but it's
It doesn't look
quickly
like it
taken
lasted
out.
long though.
No, not one bit. They quickly retrieved it and snuck it over to the red side again. Blue just taking shot after shot.
Yeah, it looks like Blue
Some
found their
reaching the
chemistry.
net, for sure. Some reaching the net, some not. No, Squeffin all alone. He'll take a shot
Great
blocked by
save.
Donut here.
Great stick save there by Donut to keep that out of the net.
For sure. We have 2 games back to back with impressive goaltending. Donut proven himself in pugs recently, and RD for sure throughout season 1, proven himself to be a great starter. for any team. So we've seen probably the top goalies here, other than Lee Jenkins, here in the combines.
We haven't seen Collie. Collie is from Naples,
Ollie,
but he is a solid goalie and not to be underestimated on the winning Naples season 1 team as their starter goalie. So not to be underestimated. Probably around Lee Jenkins, maybe around RD in the draft is where I would expect Collie to go. So we will see how if Collie is able to make some of the combines, but yeah, a lot of really solid goalie joining the league, especially recently.
for sure. We kind of had a very weird drought, but not drought of goalies. It kind of mid-season where it kind of became almost like a few backups had to warm up their pads and get ready to play with the
Sunless with
amount of goalies we had.
the second time Sunless has received a pass in the slot and made a far side shot beating Donut. Sunless showing that he is a solid passing opportunity and a solid option for a forward um, for teams wanting to pick him up because so I think before this, at least to my knowledge, he was kind of unknown, but I think he's scored in most of the games he's played, usually based on passes. So his positioning has been pretty decent so far.
Little high traffic scenario on top of the blue crease here where it almost went in, but just a little wide. Where Stekwefin's all alone once again. He'll take a shot, but it's poked out by Donut. Sunless definitely proving himself recently, and great team play. And right as I was looked away, another goal was scored
X
here.
is not X is not. He heard us talking good about blue. It's like we can't have that. We gotta have some red love here. As he gets a breakaway and gets a beautiful shot to beat RD, making it 2-1. I was just about to say before this. This is looking kind of one-sided with 9 shots to 3 at that time, 2-0 at the time. But in just that 10 seconds, as I was about to say it, it is now a 1-goal game and 4 shots to 9, a little bit closer and definitely closer to a even game. They could definitely even it out if there's any more of those misplays from the blue team.
Yeah, I was also thinking the same thing. It's pretty much looking like a blue game here, but red decided to put up a goal and keep themselves in contention here, where we're going to be going into a third period.
Yeah, so far a great game from Sunless, especially. I think he's definitely shown some great skill over these combine games. X has had pretty consistent kind of a goal per game, point per game kind of performance so far. So although he hasn't ended up being kind of like any sort of a star, he has been pretty consistent over these games, putting up points and just kind of being a good playmaking, scoring team player.
For sure. And I mean, rewatching your live stream from the other day with the mock draft, I completely agree with how you kind of placed the elite and also franchise. So, how I'm going to see the draft in my perspective is a lot of the elite and franchise forwards and possibly even a few goalies and defenders in the first and second period, or excuse me, rounds are definitely going to be the franchise and elite guys. But then what teams have to find out is who are they going to pick up next? Is it going to be a defenseman over another forward, or are they going to pick up somebody who's completely new to the league and see if they can work chemistry well with their franchise player? It's just, it's going to be very interesting to see what teams will pick here.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see a lot of kind of off the board per se picks, just because certain like play styles and team chemistry is very important, especially in puck. So having those players that you know you play well with, or that you've seen play a similar style that you want to play for your team, you can see off the board picks because they just fit your team better. They may be off the board in general, but they may be a perfect place for your team. So I'm with 8 teams, I'm expecting some picks that we weren't expecting to appear, especially with things like Sunless, who for people who may or not end up showing up to combines and who may just not be known very well, finding those kind of gems in the dirt, gems in the rough, um, and turning those into great performing players that no one expected.
We haven't even finished out the first night of combines, but it's been drastic change and just play style of most of these guys who are not well known coming into the league late in the first season and the off season and signing up for the draft and combines who rarely have been seen in any other league or not known at all by players in this league here. As Blue is holding on to some attacking time here, trying to get their third goal to space out themselves from this 1 goal difference game here.
Yeah, Blue stacking on pressures. They've gotten 2 more shots on goal as per the scoreboard, whereas the red team has not been able to get a shot on goal in that same time. Um, Blue kind of increasing their shot lead by up to 11-4. A pretty much the most significant difference we've seen yet in the combines. But actually, one of the smaller goal differentials we've seen is only 1 goal differential, which kind of puts Donut on a good position. That even though he's let in a couple goals, he's managed to save a total of 9 of them um, against what has been an insane amount of pressure from Blue Team.
Or sure, as we come down the last minute, Red desperately trying to get a goal here. Sports Guy Gam will dump it in where RD will come out to play it and it'll just kind of bounce in front of the crease here, but no one's there to intercept it. Red desperately here trying to get a shot off. Right angle, but a little too high from X here. Or Blue will toss it up with some 50-50s in neutral zone. X will hold on to it. He'll take a wide shot. Corb trying to keep it in for Red here, where it's unfortunately lost. And I believe this is where we're going to stand.
5 seconds
One last
left. A
shot
shot
off.
on goal.
Shot
Giving
on
Donut that
goal
even
from
12.
who? I didn't even see who shot that, but that was impressive.
Yeah,
Impressive save, impressive shot.
a dozen shots on goal, and only 2 goals. Well played by both goalies, but I think Sunless showed himself pretty well there, and I think definitely Donut and RD both showed some pretty good performance there. Donut saving 10 shots with a lot of pressure, and RD, I mean, winning the game and having, I mean, only 1 goal against, despite the fact that there was a lot of solid attempts, not as many as the Donut had on him, but still some good attempts nonetheless, and not to be underestimated how much that could have gone the other way just from the opportunities they had that just didn't work out.
Impressive fifth game as we get set for the 6th game here and final game of the night. And I'm surprised that just 1 game has drastically changed my thought process with most of these players here.
Absolutely. These combines have been it proved why combines are so useful and so important. Getting these players who may not feel comfortable in pugs or just pugs aren't their thing to show up and show off their skills against similar skilled people and against better skilled people, worse skilled people, and just showing what they can do against teams they don't know with players they don't know and building that chemistry on the spot and showing absolutely what they can do and what they can prevent.
Yeah. So we get set for game 6 here. I think they're finalizing final positions here. We have Douglas and net for blue, Bragster and net for red. Forwards for blue, Gary, Sunless. Defense for blue, Draken. We get to see him out of the net and protecting it this time.
Yeah, it looks like
And
we're gonna have
Anzor's
SK replacing Gary on forward here. So
gotcha.
SK is the captain for the Dogecoin.
And we also got the, I believe, the manager for Little Gups is replacing Anzor here. And then we got Bragster, net, forwards are Stequefin and Sir King, defense RD Gamer and Sports Guy.
And replacing Sturking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we're looking at a rematch of goalies here, Douglas versus Brexter. Douglas managed to get a shutout last time, winning the game 2-0 against Brexter. Kind of similar teams, but definitely mixed up a little bit and with some different subs here as Sharky and SK on blue. So it'll be interesting to see if Douglas can get another shutout here and kind of up his draft stock because some people had him pretty low. Some people had him a little bit higher. So it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of prove the doubters wrong after that shutout and get another one or just get another solid game performance.
Yeah, I hope, knock on wood here, but I hope Douglas gets another dugout, as it's called. With Douglas,
Yes,
as I talk about it, he gets a nice save off of that. And then it's chip in, but it doesn't meet the criteria. Light shot on net, and I think Doug almost was pretty close to
it was
hitting
calculated.
that in. Calculated, I agree with that. Doug has a will, there's a way. Don't ever doubt Doug. So we come up, not looking very one-sided in the first minute here. Each team has kind of got some play time, other than 2 shots for red so far. Red passing out, Stequefin back to rim Ricky, but just goes a bit wide of the net. Red will take it through the neutral zone here. Red will hold on to it. He'll try and pass it over to RD Gamer. RD will take a kind of wild shot there, but it'll stay in the blue zone here. Sunless will pass it out to SK. SK will look for a pass. He'll shoot it out further to Sharky, where it meets Bragster before it meets Sharky. Bragster will send it out. Draken on the defense here. He'll shoot it over to Sharky. Sharky will try and play it over. SK with a shot on net goes out wide. Red over to rim to Ricky. Draken. Draken will take it himself. He'll take a shot where it looked like that was going to hit the post, but Braxter got in front of it. Sharky on the defense end here. Over to SK. SK couldn't save it. Sharky will try and take it up the wall here, where Sunless will help out here and winning these 50-50s. Sunless try and pass it over top side of the crease. SK with a shot, but a lot of traffic out in front of his shot there. Sports guy take it in his own zone. He'll look for a pass. He'll shout wide, where RD will take it. RD will take a shot, and it goes out wide of Doug. I
RD
know
has been
Doug will
actually
wish that he
surprising
wanted to
me
get back.
a bit here with the
For
shots.
sure.
So him getting the game-winning goal on that very close game against Kicks there, and getting the goal here. And I believe he's gotten a couple other goals throughout the night here in the combines. I never really took RD as too much of a goal scorer, much more of a defenseman goalie, but he's proved that he is not to be restricted by any position, and he can and will play anywhere and everywhere he desires.
That is the one thing that has surprised me about RD is I took him just as a goalie, and he didn't get much time to play elsewhere on our team. But the second we hit off-season pugs, he just started taking off and scoring in places where I didn't even think a shot was possible. So he's been very thoroughly impressing me, at least. And he is somebody who I'm going to be looking at in the draft to see where he goes.
Absolutely. He's another one of the top goalie prospects as it stands, but also he may be coming up as a top skater prospect as well after some performances here in the combines.
Red will try and take a attacking play on the blue, but it will go the other way. Draken will be all by himself here. He gets met by a defender where he tries to pass it over to the center, but it just doesn't meet. Blue will try and take it back here. Bragster will come out to play it, knock it out of the way of Blue attacking. High shot. Shot by, I'm not sure who took that shot out there, but that was really close to going in. Another shot attempt for Red, but just goes wide of the net.
Red has definitely had a slight advantage this game. More shots on goal, a little bit more pressure, and a little bit better at preventing those opportunities in their defensive zone, getting in the way of the passes, getting with his shots, get a little bit more hits even. So a little bit better at keeping the other team off of their goalie. I say that, and there's a long shot uh, that kind of scared me because I was looking at a low angle.
Right, yeah. The angle on the stream kind of tricks you a little bit, but I mean, it those long shots are also hard to predict from the first person view of the goalie as well.
Absolutely. And we get an icing.
Well, icing, first icing of this game.
A good
Come over
opportunity
to the
for
red
blue.
side. For sure, you can get a quick shot off here. But it's intercepted by red, where RD will take it through the neutral zone, skating through players here. He'll pass it over where Ricky will pick it up. Ricky will backdrop passes to Queffin, where two of them meet and almost lost the puck there. Shot out by Blue. Blue will intercept it. It'll be a 2-on-0 with the goalie here. Quick shot from Sunless. Sunless shoots it top corner here.
Another goal by Sunless far side. He loves to shoot far side here, it seems, but it's been working. He got 2 or 3 on Donut, and now a 1 on Breakster.
Yeah, I mean he almost didn't look like he was gonna have a hold of that puck, and he got it out from under himself and got a quick snapshot up that side, where Blue will get almost a second goal here, back to back, but it's blocked by Bragster. SK with the puck now. He'll pass it over to Draken. Draken will have one defender to beat, but RD Gamer proving that he can score, but also play some defense against an odd man rush. Sharky out to Sunless. Sports guy will take it around his own net, pass it over to Ricky through the neutral zone. Long pass into the blue zone here. Sequefin will hold on to it for Red here, but he's beat out by Sharky. Sharky will shoot it down the other side where it's a race between the goalie and two players here. Goalie will ring it around the other side. Sequefin now with the puck behind the blue net. He'll try and ring it around, but I think Douglas got a big chunk of that, preventing the Michigan. Sharky will pass it down to Sunless where it's intercepted by Sports Guy, where Sharky will retrieve it all by himself, takes a shot on Bragster, but it's blocked out. Sports Guy now. This might be the game of odd man rushes.
Absolutely. Well, Blue looked like they had the advantage in that first period. The second period seems to be a little bit more Red here as they've kind of evened out the field of shots.
As we come down to the last 2 minutes of the second, this could be anyone's game for the second, as Red has now tied it 1-1. As it goes back to the blue zone here. Red passes to Ricky. Ricky will try and beat SK, but SK will take it. He'll take it around his own net, looking for a saucer pass. So free to Sharky over to the far side here. Sharky will pass it over where Sunless was just a little behind to that. Sharky will ring it around the other side where he'll meet Draken. Takes a quick pass where it's dead right in between crowd of people on top of the crease there. RD Gamer try and beat out Draken. Draken will win the 50-50. They'll be passed out of his own zone. Sharky will have two defenders to beat here. Rimbo tries to get a handle on a stick, but Sharky was able to get a high shot off net where he'll go the other way, but Sharky will beat the odd man rush. No, he'll let it happen. He'll be 2-0 here. Ricky tries to take a shot, goes kind of on the far side of Douglas where RD had a chance, but he was a little too far forward of it. He'll go back to the red zone here. Last few remaining seconds, and we got a weird tip right behind the net here. SK take a long shot, and I think that'll be the end of the second. Very interesting game so far. As
Absolutely.
you said, first period pretty much dominated by blue and second by red.
It'll be very interesting to see which way this third period goes. If it stays with that second period pressure, but so far, right off the hop here, there's been some red pressure maintaining with that second period. So we shall see.
As we almost had a dribble play by Sunless onto Bragster, but loses the back handle tilt. Ricky now on a breakaway by himself, but has a defender right behind him. He takes a shot and it's a bit out wide. RD will be in there to keep it in the zone. Be taken out by Sharky. Sharky meets Draken. Draken through the neutral zone here. Sharky trying to, or excuse me, Draken trying to back pass it to SK, but SK didn't see it coming. Yeah, they could believe a shot on net there.
A little cheeky in front of the net, little tip. Bragster managed to get his pads on it there, though.
We got two teams here who don't want to lose the last game here tonight. We've seen some play that just I haven't seen since the playoffs of season 1.
that no one wants to lose these combines because there's almost a connection with these combines to yourself because this is you're being evaluated here. So people are kind of treating this as a make or break. Set yourself apart and put your all into it, and they definitely are. As we've seen some great play from people that previously we would have not expected it from. So
As we come to the last 3 minutes of this last game here, this could be any team's game where they're fighting back and back in the neutral zone here, where Stequefin almost had a shot on Douglas, but it's blocked out by defenders of blue team here. Shirt, Sunless, over pass, but a little Draken a little too far forward of it. Pass over to RD Gamer. RD will try and take a low angle shot. It's blocked out. SK will pass it over to Sunless. Sunless through the neutral zone. Stequefin will take it into his own zone, or he'll pass it over to RD. RD will take it. He'll pass it over to Stequefin. Stequefin through neutral zone tries to beat out two defenders, but he loses the puck. He's going to try it again. Stequefin beats out one. Passes past two. Sports guy. Now we'll try and take a shot where it's blocked by Douglas. Puck in the air right now and hard to handle. Or it's taken back into the neutral zone where Draken will take his time with it. He tries to pass it, but doesn't seem to get much power behind it. Draken will then pass through the defenders. He takes a shot and scores, putting blue team up 2-1.
Draken showing he knows the net not just from defending it, but from sending the puck right through it.
For sure, yeah. He's shown us that he could save it, but also put it into the net as well. That might change people's picks drastically, knowing that he could be a two-way player in net and in defense, and showing us a little bit of offense there.
It's
As we come to
always kind of a gem in the rough when you find a player that can play not just one position, not even just two positions, but three positions. And because it's so useful for a team when you have mixed availability to have that player you can just put on the ice and fill that spot.
yeah, and we definitely have a few players in this league, and it's really complicated on where to pick those players up because you really don't know when other teams are going to be picking up those players as well. Because it would be a really bad time to play against that player you really wanted that knows how to play two or three positions.
Absolutely.
So we
And we've
come
seen a
down
few
the
of them in
last few
this.
seconds. Got 10 seconds left. Blue looking for a third goal here, but it'll be prevented by red, and it will stop dead here. End of the sixth game, third period. It'll be a 2-1 shot.
A great game from both teams. Douglas getting his back-to-back victories, only letting in one goal over the two games. So a great performance from Douglas and the rest of his team too, as they put up another two goals. Both of Douglas's games going two goals for his team. Sunless is shown probably one of the top picks, not sorry, one of the top growths and changes in opinion from these combines, as well as Draken. Draken, Sunless, RD, Kicks, and I'm going to throw in Sports Guy Cam there as my top five changes in kind of draft ranking from the expectations.
For sure. I
In
mean,
order, unsure, but
Ovi was definitely up there to begin with on a lot of people because he's been pretty adamant and uh, public in the pugs recently. But the one that surprised me the most was Cave. He really came out to play and had a few shots and a great playmaking capability that every team will definitely be looking for in the top few rounds of the draft.
absolutely. Cave and Ovi are both also great picks. I mean, there's been so much changed. I forgot what happened earlier in the combines. Because my answer was pretty much based on the most recent games because there's so much that has happened. Yeah, Cave and Ovi also gonna have some changes in the rankings and changes in the draft in general uh, from their performances today.
For sure. I mean, just the first night of combines have drastically changed my outlook on a lot of these players coming into the league, and I think we're going to have a really great season too.
There is no doubt about that. It is going to be a very competitive but very fun season two. I can't wait to
Oh, that,
see what happens next week.
yeah, I know for sure. We're looking at Friday, correct? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep,
Times to be determined.
correct. Yeah. Well, that will wrap it up for the first night of combines. That was a great six games and 18 periods of play.
A great performance from all the players. Everyone clearly showed just how much they want and just how much they are, just what they're capable of, and everyone played great. I don't think there's a single person out there that uh, I think underperformed at all. Everyone played amazing. Everyone played out of their mind. Everyone put in so much effort, and it showed on the ice.
Except for Quapple. He didn't play too good.
Well, I mean, that's just Quabble.
What else
Quabble
could
being
you expect from
Quabble.
the Carolina Bobs?
That's right.
I mean, you never know. You never know if he's hiding his talent.
He's hiding his power
He's gonna
level.
wait. Yeah, he was just using 1% tonight.
All right. Any last thoughts before we go?
No, other than thank you for everybody who tuned in, and I wish to see a lot of you in season 2 here and next few nights of combines.
Yeah, and thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. Thank you
Yeah,
guys for
thank you.
being here and doing that for me. I appreciate it. This is Troutman, Liability, and Fuzzv signing off for the night. Good night, IAPL Nation. We'll see you next week.